the next guy has been talked about a lot from a lot of Bears fans, Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup, I believe he is also around 25-ish. I was actually a huge fan of Gallup. I'm pretty sure he came out in 2018. He was with Colorado State. He just looked so good. And he had a great year last year. I think he had 1,000 yards with the Cowboys. My concern with Gallup, I feel like he gives you a lot of just what Darnell Mooney kind of gives you already, which he's a big speed threat. He is a bigger guy though.
Yeah,
so that's the benefit. But it's not like you're getting this like. I like my wide receiver room to be built like a basketball team, like the old saying goes. Like you gotta get guys with different skill sets, different abilities, and use them to that advantage. That being said, if you look at where a guy like Ryan Poles comes from with the Chiefs, they kind of all get these like fast guys,
Same guys.
Yeah, they're all kind of similar in what they do. So maybe he makes sense there, but. And ultimately, I would be much more excited about Mike Williams or Chris Godwin than someone like a Michael Gallup. That being said, Gallup also has significant injury issues and tore his ACL this year, but his salary is only projected to be about $12 million per year, and he's 25 years old.
I love Gallup's game, frankly. Someone throughout the year, I really always kind of eyed the Bears to pick up, and him getting that ACL injury really kind of was a little bit of a setback to that, but I was hoping that it might drive down his projected contract a little bit. But I think at 25 years old, he has a really good skill set, like you said, when he's coming out from Colorado State. Certainly had his flashes, and I think he's proved it in the NFL, and he's done well. And I think Dak's a good quarterback, but it's not like he's working with the best out of the best down there.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see Gallup here. I'd be happy to have him be part of this team. I do think, and hopefully we'll see if I have to bring him up on our own or if he's going to end up being on the list. I think there's another guy that, frankly, I would pick up over him just on a skill set kind of basis. But I would not be upset with Michael Gallup. I think that, like you said, he's got a little bit of that similar skill set to Mooney. He's not quite of a jump ball threat as someone like Mike Williams, but he still is a little bit bigger in body size. And I think that the pairing between Gallup and Mooney could work out quite well. Like you said, the Chiefs have a wide receiver room with differing styles, and just because you get Gallup and then you have Mooney, and it also gives you a little bit more range to pick up maybe a little bit more diversity in the wide receiver room and something through the draft. That always has to be taken into consideration as well. And
Gallup has a lot of experience out of the slot too.
Yeah, so. I think you can put Gallup really anywhere along wherever you need him to be as far as that wide receiver position is concerned. I would feel really good, using him on the outside, but also working him on in-breaking routes. I mean, he works the middle of the field well, but also works the boundary decently as well. So I would be all for a Gallup pickup. I think likely with the injury status, though, I think the Bears will probably take a pass on him.
Yeah, and you have to wonder that. By the way, that could make him a really good deal too. So this is just a projection.
That's what I was hoping. As soon as he had that injury, if he could, if
$7 million a year, home runs.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah. It's just that $12 million. You're like, if he can't stay healthy, then it's like, you don't really know about that. The next guy that we're gonna one thing I wanted to also mention about Gallup fits Justin Fields' skill set really well. I mean, at Ohio State, if you look at all the guys that were put around Justin Fields. Small, fast guys. Gallup is a big, fast guy, right? He's a really big, fast guy, actually. I mean, so
I think if you want to get Chris Olave without drafting Chris Olave, you can pick up someone like Michael Gallup. Honestly.
That's a good point. And I said he's really big. I don't think he's not huge. He's 6'1", but for like a fast guy, that's like.
For Bears wide receivers in
6'7".
general.
No, I'm kidding. Yeah.